Alright, boys, let's talk about partner cards. Which ones are good, which ones are bad, what to use if you don't have the better ones. And yeah, let's go. Um, I'll start by showing off the ones that I have. So there's different tiers to partner cards. They have the regular 3-star ones, which are like, regular, I guess. Let me show you. So this is like a 4-star partner card. This is a 4-star partner card. This is a 3-star partner card. I not gonna lie, bro. Smilegate, we need to fix this shit, bro. Like I'm colorblind. I can't tell which one is which, right? It's kind of annoying. But these are the 3-star ones. These ones here with this color. These are the 4-star ones. These ones here. And the 5-star ones are mythic ones. So this is a legendary one. The higher tier one is mythic tier. And I don't even know what the hell to call this. I guess you call this rare. I guess. But like we don't have, I don't know why, bro. We need to put that here. Anyway, let's go through which ones I'm using on my DPS characters. So this is a 4-star striker card. Lillian, you could get this from summoning or you could buy it in the shop. This is pretty good on Melee. The assigned combatants attack cards with a cost of 1 or less deal 15% damage. So Malin's main basic attack cards cost 1 or 0. So that's 50% damage on that card. When the assigned combatant uses the skill card, 50% attack card damage for 1 turn. So when you use Malin's buff card, it also gives you 15% attack damage on that card, and it stacks up to 3 times for 1 turn, right? And the effect skill, it deals damage and it allows you to draw an attack card from that combatant. So this is basically the best 4-star card for Melee right now. If you don't have this one, right, you could just use one of these basic ones. This one gives morale. This one, that's any combatants cards with a cost of 2 or more deal 10% more damage. So you'll deal more damage with Malin's 2-cost cards, and it'll give you a morale buff for 1 turn. It's okay, but this one is the best one. That's 4-star one, I should say. And if you don't have either of those, then not gonna lie, you're kind of fried. But on the bright side, right? If you summon enough, you could just go buy them in the shop, right? So Barrier, this is the ones for the Rangers. This is the ones for Vanguards. There's also a Vanguard one for Hunters. This is for I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, not gonna lie. And this is the ones for controllers. You could buy these here if you're having problems pulling them. And also, you could buy the 5-star ones in here as well. These are the ones that you'll pull for unlimited banners. Like this card right here. It's right here, right? This is Haru's card. So you could just buy them with this currency if you don't have a replacement, but obviously you'll need to pull a bunch in order to get enough of this, right? So that could be a long-term goal for you. But if you don't, you could just buy them in the shop here, right? And you should be fine. In order to get this currency, you have to sorry, my voice is shit. You have to do this Mosi. I thought we play Honkai Starbucks, And you just that's the wrong thing. If you play Honkai Star Rail, you know what MOC is, but it's called Bastion of Hyperspace here. If you do these, the more you do these, the more stars you get, and the more of the currency you get, right? So when you get all of the currency, you'll be able to buy one of the cards, right? But yeah, you kind of just have to get lucky and pull mail in zone, or you could just go buy it in the store, right? But basically, which ones you want to buy and which ones you want to avoid. Um, the assigned combatant skill card gains a shield increase by 10%. When the assigned combatant shields gains 20% and a chance to counterattack. I use this one on Kalipe. I like it. It also just a solid card. It gives you a shield and draw one, and she could counterattack as well. I like this card. It's a decent card for your Vanguard units. So you could use this for whatever Vanguard unit you want. This one, assigned combatant's defense is increased by 12% when the assigned combatant targets a vulnerable enemy. Percent defense based damage for attack card. So this one is more like a damage buff and also a defensive buff. So if you have a Vanguard unit that does a lot of damage, like Magna, but you also want them to be tanky as well, you could use this card. Rosaria. The assigned combatant's additional attack damage is increased by 10%. When the assigned combatant uses an upgrade skill card, 25% chance to gain 1 morale, right? This card is good on Celine or Veronica because they do a bunch of additional attack damage. So this is the card you want. It also allows them to draw an enhanced card, right? The card. This one, I don't use hunter units, but this just gives a base 25% crit chance for attack cards. And if you have like bullet cards, it increases the damage. So I think this would be good on like Lucas, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I have not used this card, so I won't be able to tell you. I think Yuri, you could also use Yuri. If you don't have this card, you could also just use Yuri. If you know what Yuri is. Yeah, you could also just use Yuri. This is a 3-star card, but it just gives you draw 2, right? Like, it can increase attack by 15%, 16%, whatever, 16%. You want to dupe it, you want to max dupe it. It's a 3-star, right? You max dupe this card all the time. You just want to, like, that's why I have a bunch of them max dupe, because the effect is so good. It's just draw 2. Draw 2. You're playing a card game. It's a free Potter read. Just draw 2. Smiley face. And it costs 3 ego points. So if you don't have, if you can't afford that one, you could just buy this. Not buy this. You could just pull this. It's easy to pull. Look at how many I have. Just get this, and you could put it on your unit. Because you know some of them are gacha, right? And if you just don't have the currency, well, what am I gonna tell you to do, right? Lol. When the combatant's attack card damage is increased by 10% when the combatant first exhausts a card or gains status ailment card, the attack card damage increases by 12%. And the ego skill for one turn, when a card is exhausted, weaken one random enemy. I'm not gonna lie, this card is hot. It's hot as hell. I don't really like it that much though. Not gonna lie, keep it $150 with you. Maybe it just feels very conditional and specific. But I'm sure it'll work on a unit further down the line or that it's out right now. But I don't really have enough knowledge to tell you to get this card or not, to be quite honest. And this card, I like this card. She's cute. The assigned combatant's defense grew by 12%. At the end of battle, recover 3% HP. It's just a standard healing card. Heal 50% healing while in the injured state. If you're injured, you get healed and you get a damage. Well, very simple card. Cost 2. Very simple card, right? So let's talk about the 5-star cards now. This will depend on what's your main damage dealer. So let's say your main damage dealer is a striker. To be quite honest, it really shouldn't matter. Really shouldn't matter which one it is once it matches the class. Like, let's say the assigned combatant's attack cards with a cost of 2 or more deal 25% damage. Meilin, this isn't really all that good for Meilin since she does basic attack damage. This will only work on her two cost cards that you could also turn into, like one of them you could turn into a 1 cost. So this isn't all that good for Melan in particular, but this is amazing for Haru because Haru is using 2 course cards all the time, so this will be consistent on Haru. And then there's 10% damage assigned to combatants' pulverized cards, which Haru has, and damage of the next attack card used by the assigned combatant for the total cost of all cards in hand at max 10. So more cards you have in your hand that it costs is the more damage it does. So this is basically Haru's best partner. So if you have Haru and you don't want to pull on the banner, you just want to buy it here, you can just buy this card. This is Haru's card. It could work on other striker units, but it's best on Haru, obviously. This is the other striker card, Scarlet. If the card used immediately before was an assigned combatant, 15% card damage succeeded 2 times and is removed if another combatant card is used. When this assigned combatant uses 2 or more cards, they gain focus. Attack card damage assigned to the combatant is increased by 20%. This is just a standard damage card for strikers. Generic damage, it's just a damage card. It'll be better than the 4 stars. But what I would do is I would hold off and try to get a very specific partner card for the unit that you're using the most, right? So I would hold off on buying these unless you really just don't give a shit and you just want it as soon as possible. I'll just use my 4-star on my Melan for now, and I'll just wait, right? This one is also another striker card. The assigned combatant's damage to breakthrough enemies is increased by 15%. The assigned combatant's basic attacks always apply as weak point damage. But this card here, right? Very standard, very basic. This card is a good Melan card because she's using her basic strikes all the time, right? And if it always counts as weak point damage, that means you'll break the shield faster, right? And if you break the shield faster, you'll do more damage. So this is really good card. Ego skill, simple, 250 damage. She is hot as hell. 350 damage, pretty good. Good card. This one, the Vanguard. I would personally not get a 5-star card for Vanguards unless you really have survivability issues. And if you have survivability issues with Vanguard units, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it up. $150, it's probably just a skill issue. You just need to get better epiphanies and run a better chaos run in order for your units to survive. I would not get a 5-star Vanguard card unless they bring out a super Vanguard DPS other than Calliope. I would just skip the cards, but if you want it, I could just tell you. The defense-based damage of the assigned combatants' instinct cards is increased by 15%. What is instinct? Instinct is Calliope. This is basically Calliope's card, right? The assigned combatants' heaven cards defense-based damage and shield, 200% defense-based damage. It was the highest cost card. So this is basically Calliope's partner, right? It's Calliope's partner. If you want your Calliope to be better, and you want the strongest Calliope you could have, just get this card, right? But if you don't care and you just want to use Calliope as a shield bot instead of a sub DPS like me, then just skip out on this card and just use a generic 4-star or 3-star Vanguard card, right? Like I in this game I prioritize my damage dealers other than my supports in terms of damage, right? So yeah. This one, the assigned combatants counterattack damage increases by 15%. So this is basically a Magna card. It's Magna's card, right? Magna does a bunch of counterattacks, and this increases the counterattack damage. When the assigned combatant uses a skill or an upgrade card, there's a 50% chance to gain a counterattack. So your Magna will counterattack more. This is Magna's card. 200% defense-based damage to all enemies, 1 counterattack. If any enemy anticipated action is attack, 1 counterattack. So this is Magna's best card. Point blank. If you like Magna, you want your Magna to do a bunch of damage and counterattack, and you find it funny and fun, well, you just get this card, right? Simple. Tina, Ranger. Order attributes extra damage increased by 50%, extra attack damage from targeting attacks by 25%. Draw 1 increases the combat extra attack damage by 30% for 1 turn. So this is basically Selena and Veronica's best card. Both of them are damage dealers. So if you want your DPS or sub DPS, Veronica or Selena, to do more damage, then you just pick up the card, right? Simple. It's very good on those two units. Marin, the extra attack damage of cards generated by the assigned combatant's ability increased by 15%. When the assigned combatant uses a skill card, extra attack damage from 1 turn, 200% damage to all enemies. Draw 1 skill card. Same thing. It's basically more or less the same thing as the last one. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's more or less the same thing. Same Selena and Veronica. Yara, Hunter. If there are 10 or more cards in the graveyard, the assigned combatant's attack card damage is increased by 15%. When the assigned combatant discards a card, 25% attack card damage for 1/2. 200% damage plus 20% damage to the number of cards in the graveyard. So this card is Renoa's card. Because Renoa is a hunter, she wants to discard all of her bullets in the graveyard, and this is made for Renoa. I'm just make sure. I'm pretty sure Renoa has a gun. I'm like, huh. Yeah, it's made for Renoa. She has a gun. She's a marksman. It's made for Renoa. So if you want, again, she's a made DPS unit. If you want your Renoa to do as much damage as possible, this is a best in slot card. This card is made for Renoa. If Renoa is your favorite unit and you want to get the card, get the card. Don't think about it too much. The game, and if you're not having fun, then why are we playing, right? Alright, Hunter card once again. 9% critical chance. So, what is his? I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have him. But, oh no, I do have him. I'm stupid. This is Luke's card. I do have him, lol. This is Luke's card. I just have not used him, right? I haven't used him. But that's Luke's card. Luke scales a lot of crit chance. So, this card giving crit chance will help him do more damage. When the assigned combat uses 5 bullet cards, which he has, generate a random handgun bullet card. The generated card deals 50% damage. So this is basically Luke's best in slot partner card. You can't get any better than that, right? You put the partner card on the best in slot partner on the best in slot unit, and they do the most damage as they could, right? Simple. And also, disclaimer, all of these cards, you don't need them, but it's if you want them, right? Or if this is all you could get. I don't want you to, if you could pull these, if you pull on the weapon banner or the partner banner, so I'm just explaining so you have a better idea as to if you pull the card or if you plan on buying them in the future. Right. Rhea. When the assigned combatant generates a card, attack damage increased by 10% for 1 turn, stacks it 3 times. When the assigned combatant generates a stacker's ailment card for the first time, 25% attack damage for 1 turn from the discard pile. Exhaust all starter ailments, vision, blah blah blah. This is Kieran's card. Kieran. Simple. Kieran is very difficult unit to play. But if you're an Epic 7 player, you know you go way back with Kieran. This is Kieran's card. I mean, there's not really much else to say, right? It's a good card. Would I get it for Kieran? Probably not. Kieran isn't my favorite unit, right? Then we have Noel. This is a healer card. 15%. The assigned combatants retain card damage, shield HP at the end of the turn, deal fixed damage to all enemies equal to 15%. Each retained card of the assigned combatant, 5% damage for enemies with the instinct attribute. So 100% heal, activate the retain effect of all cards held by the assigned combatant. So This card is for this lady. Card is for this lady. I haven't really seen much about her, so I can't. I'm not gonna recommend a card if I don't know what the unit does, and I really don't know what she does. So I would probably hold off on getting that card. Also, it's for a support unit, right? Like a healer. So you really want to focus on the DPSs first. Any healers, right? Is it good? I'd say it's okay. Decent. It gives you more healing. Gives you some damage as well. It's good. Would I buy it? Nah, I wouldn't buy it. I'd probably just use a 4-star, 3-star card on my healer and let them chill, right? What I have on my Luca right now. The assigned combatant's health is healing by 9%. At the start of the turn, the chair equal to the number of enemies that attack intentions. Common damage used by 13% upon activation. Because you still stacks of that, she just gives us a heal and some damage reduction. So, just what else can you ask for, right? And then you have this card as well. It heals you, gives you morale, gives you defense, and you cover each at the end of the turn. If you don't have either of those, you could also use this one, increase your combatant defense by 60%. If the combatant ends a turn without using an attack card, which your healers are not doing, heals for 60% at the start of the next turn. 3-star card, base card, and it's very good. So if you don't have the higher rarity cards, don't worry about it. You could use these cards, these partners, I keep saying cards. Oops. If you don't have any higher tier partners, don't worry. The 3-star partners are also good, so don't worry about it too much. And yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions, concerns, queries, feel free to send me a message on Discord, link in the description, or you can comment on the video, ask me a question. I respond to all my comments. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this is helpful for you, and you enjoy the rest of your day. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.